Okay, hey y'all. Sorry, I'm a little late. I was late getting my kids to school. All right, so let's go ahead. Let me share my screen. Okay, and I haven't done any. Let me maximize this. Okay. Okay, so I haven't taken off any of the levels from yesterday, so let's go ahead and do that now. This level right here was that 3 and 4 hour level that we were looking at that just kind of sliced right through. So that was not respected. We'll remove this one. And man, I wish I had been on the chart. This was 1 o'clock. Dang, 1 o'clock came and the 1 hour demand that we had here that had been like just sitting here for a couple of days, it was respected. Um, and if I look over here to be more specific, because we're on a 30-minute chart right now. So if we look to the left to be more specific, it came down. If I were to draw this line right here. At the opening of this candle, it came down to exactly like almost to the tick where this 30-minute level was inside of there. So that would have been a good trade if anybody was still on yesterday. I try to be all the way off the charts by 12:30. So this one I will now remove, especially since it's a 1 hour level. I won't be looking at this anymore. This one. This one was okay. 4 hour demand. It looks like oh no, it got sliced through already. So we're not looking at that. And this was a 30-minute, I think this was a 30-minute supply um zone that I took yesterday. Okay, so let's get started top down. Just looking at what happened last night and where we are. On the 30-minute chart, you can see that we kind of have a little channel building here. Let me If we look here, I'm gonna go like where the heavier bodies are, not the wicks. And down here, actually, let me just duplicate. Oh. So we have like a little channel building here where you can see price is kind of just going back and forth and it's still on the way down. So I'm not going to make that a part of it, but right here, we'll say where price has kind of been yo-yoing between these two levels. If you trade chart patterns, this would be something to keep on your chart for like the overall, like when people say macro view of the market, this would be something to keep for the macro view of the market because if we break above or below the channel, you can look for kind of longer and stronger moves outside of it. Or if you're someone who likes to trade ranges, meaning if you see a clear top and bottom of a range, you like to trade between the range, you catch the top, ride it to the bottom, catch the bottom, ride it to the top, vice versa. This would be something good for you to just keep in mind when you're looking at the overall view of the market. So we still have, even though we're in this channel, it is an upward channel. And so what we would be looking for to break to the upside is kind of this like top trend line here to see more room. Let me go back and see. Yep. So this is this 55.60. If you remember yesterday, I was talking about 55.62 is kind of the level that we need to break and hold above. We still really haven't done that. We've knocked on the door a couple of times, but we haven't, you know what I mean, really gotten up above it. But once we do, you can look to see more upside in terms of kind of not long term, but medium term direction. You guys should really be able to see this channel now. Okay. All right. Back to charting supply and demand. Okay. All right. So here we are. As we get into the higher time frames, this small, little consolidation that we have here, this is what we would call like rally base. We're consolidating. It's very obvious, we'll be able to see it. So hopefully we'll get a break out of this range today. And if not, we'll have to trade smaller levels in between, kind of like we've been doing, like the 30-minute level hit, the 1 hour level hit, so on and so forth. So we still have this 12-hour demand below that has not been touched yet. I would even look, you guys see this low point right here, because we have so much room in between, we're on the 12 hours. So remember, we're covering a lot more ground with these candles. So because we have a lot of room in between, I would even look at this level right here, this 54.78, 54.77, that if we break and hold below it, you can take a trade. If we break and hold below this level, right, that you could look to take a trade. Like if price comes down, it comes back up, and this is good, this holds under this level, you can actually look to take this trade down into the demand levels below. I would say this is like, when we trade supply and demand, we trade reversals off of the zones. But when you have something like very obvious like this, if price breaks below and then comes back up and holds under it, this is a good 54.73 down to 54.27. This is a good 50 point range that you can look to take advantage of as price is moving down towards the demand. So no new zones on the 12-hour. This here, I'm not going to mark this as a 12-hour zone. It looks like we're just tapping into it now, even though this green body is overtaking this red candle body. It looks like we are tapping into the zone now. Sometime since 1 a.m., we've come in and hit the zone already, because these candles start at 1 a.m. and 1 p.m. So I'm not gonna mark this level, but feel free to mark this one on your chart if you see it and you like it. Okay, 6 hour. Let's see what we got going on. Mm-mm. Same deal, nothing new. This level right here, as you can see, right, it got tapped into once again, 1 a.m. It got tapped into, and once it pushed down here, we went as high as this candle right here, but now it's kind of moving back through it. I'm not going to mark this because once it's been touched like this, I'm not trying to predict its behavior after it's already been in the zone for a couple of hours. And if you guys have any thoughts or anything you want me to check, like feel free to put it in the chat. Okay. 4 hour. Okay, we got a 4 hour demand zone here. This zone is also at the top of the channel, right? So if you remember when we were looking at that on the third, I think we were looking at it on the 30-minute. And I was saying we have a little channel right here. So this zone that is here at the 4 hour is at the top of the channel. So when I see something like this, especially if it hits early in the session, I would definitely be looking to take this down, because this is just giving me kind of like a double confluence. Like we're coming up into the zone, and not only is it meeting this area of supply, it's also meeting this invisible resistance line here that has been respected a couple of times. All right, so I'm gonna mark this one on the 4 hour. I think it's 55, 50, 55, 57, 25. Oh, supply. Lord have mercy, I'm sorry. Supply means sell. And I am going to edit this to start at my line. Also, 55, 73, 75. Okay. So we've got this 4 hour supply zone above us that is about 40, 33, 40 points away from price. It's not far. could be good for us to trade today. I'll check the 3 hour. Yep, same. Now on the 3 hour, you can see this has been tapped already one time. There was this exact same scenario happened last week where the 4 hour and the 3 hour were at the same exact place, but the 3 hour, obviously, because the candles form at different times, right? The 3 hour had already been tapped, and I think the people I was trading with that day, they were like, "Oh, we're not going to use it because it's already been hit or whatever." But I don't trade it like that. I trade it like if it has not been hit on its own time frame, I'm gonna trade it. You know what I mean? So this one for me is still valid. It's valid on the 4 hour. Okay, let's see if we have anything else. All right, down to the 2 hour. My favorite time frames to trade anyway are going to be 2 hour and 4 hour zones and 30-minute zones. So this 2 hour has been tapped already. This 2 hour right here has been tapped already. Okay. Do y'all still trade 90 minutes, 90-minute zones? I haven't in a while. I'm gonna mark this one. 55, 15, 25. 90-minute demand. Okay, a little bit longer of a stop, but that's okay. Mm. Oh, okay. This 1 hour, this 90-minute are the same. 90-minute down here within this one as well. Let's see what y'all saying. Run, help you get into Discord. Okay, I will check right after this. Round. Okay, round. Yeah. 90-minute. I feel like I traded feel like I tried to trade a couple when I first started and they weren't as like reliable, but okay, 1 hour. This 1 hour has been tapped down here, and we have a 1 hour supply right here. 30 minutes. Yeah, I feel like that too. I feel like the 30 minutes stronger than the 90. And to be honest, like this 4 hour supply that we have right here, was a 30-minute supply from yesterday. Yeah, the 90-minute, I don't think is as reliable. I think if you trade it, you have to like bring in a whole bunch of more, like you have to bring in a bunch more market analysis and market conditions, what it's doing and stuff like that. I don't like that. Okay, so this is a 1 hour level right here. Because it's so close to this 4 hour, I'm not sure if I'm gonna trade it. It would just depend on if I had enough volume at the time. And I'm going to tell y'all like a little trick. If anybody trades on NinjaTrader, 55, 47, 50. If anybody trades on NinjaTrader, especially the web, it's like when the volume increases dramatically, you can tell like the candles just start like going crazy. And I'm like, oh, there we go. The candles just start like going up and down, moving super fast, almost like it's glitching out or something. And it's just because of the increase in volume. And it's like, oh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm not gonna mark the stop loss zone here. I'm just gonna like keep it in mind that the stop runs into this supply. So if I were to trade this zone, I would love to see it come deeper into the zone because what it could do is come and tap this supply like almost exactly like you see at the top of the zone and come back down. So that's why I said I'm not sure if I'm going to trade this 1 hour demand, but how far? Because it's only 10 points away. These levels are 10 points away. So I'm just going to watch how the candles move at this area, watch to see if we have strong volume and like really strong candles, and then I'll take a trade. And finally, the 30 minute. Got a 30-minute inside of this 4 hour. So this is definitely interesting to me. 55, 63, 50. But again, we don't tell, we try not to predict what price does. We just react to it. Okay. So what I will be looking to trade this morning. Stay on the 30-minute. This 90-minute demand zone that we have here that also has a 30-minute level nested inside of it. And if you look, this 30-minute level is, by the time price arrives, will be a little bit closer to the bottom half of this channel that we have here, this kind of like invisible resistance. So I'll mark this inside just so we have it. 550750. Mhm. Okay. So first, well, I don't want to say first option, but long option for the day is this 90-minute demand with this 30-minute demand nested inside. These three levels here that you see, and this one at the bottom is not exact. If you guys are drawing this on your chart, you can, um, like if you're watching this on your chart, like the one I have is not like in the exact right spot. I just threw it up here. But like if you want to make it more like precise, actually touching the bottom of these candle wicks, you can. So this zone right here is going to be the bounce zone that I'm looking at taking. And I'll look to take this one for plus 10. If it breaks through this zone, okay, like we saw yesterday, price could break through. And I wish I had kept it up because price broke through the zone, came back up, tested it, and went down to our supply zone, which is exactly the strategy I would use today. If price breaks through this zone, I will wait for it to come back up, retest the bottom of this zone, and then look to play it down into the demand that we have sitting below. If not the whole way, just at 10 points or so. All right, so that's long option here. My first short option is going to be up between 55.47 and 55.57. This is a long range, this 50 from 55.47 to 55.63, where our 30-minute, what do I have demand here? Where our 30-minute supply is. And in this case, this is where I don't just blindly trade a zone just because like, if this was not here, I would just wait for it to get here and this would be just an easy short. Like once you see price come in between these two zones, I'll take the short. But because we have this 1 hour supply here, I will look and see how price reacts to it. If we start getting strong pushes into this zone, with a lot of volume and it doesn't start, chopping around right above the zone, then I'll take the short. Otherwise, I'll wait until it pulls into this supply, this 4 hour and 30-minute supply zone here. Okay, I got you. I hear you. You need access to the Discord. Okay, I got you. I'm gonna go look at it right now as soon as I get off. Okay, y'all. So I'm about to screenshot this and put it in the daily levels, and then I will see y'all well, talk to y'all at 9:30. All right, bye.